Hi, suefries here, the termite lady.
And Tyson freeze.
There's a perception out there that we have to use chemicals to take care of the problem. And yes, we do need to do that sometimes, but not always. So before I tell you about the alternative treatments available, I want to tell you a little personal story. So we've been asked to talk about why we do what we do. And, everybody has some type of passion that's inside of them, and we all have to find what that is that drives us. And so for me, being a mother, having my beautiful, wonderful son here, at the age of 2, he had an asthma attack. And at that time, I was working at another pest control company, and I learned the business. Even though I came from the fashion world, I ended up in the bug world. And as a child, I had asthma, and I knew what it felt like to not be able to breathe. But that was the beginning of what ended up being a life change for the entire family. So moving forward, being in the pest control business and dealing with the products that we dealt with back then, I was asking myself, is there another way to do this? Because I was looking for the triggers, the things that cause the asthma to happen. And I found out quite a few things, like the cleaning materials that we use that are under our sink. There's just a lot of different things that can cause a trigger in our asthma. So I looked out, I wanted to figure out what I could do to minimize Tyson's triggers. And in the process, I became so educated that I decided this is so much bigger than just Tyson, because there's a lot of asthmatics out there, parents that don't even know their children have asthma. Since then, we've brought more alternative treatments into our mix so that we have everything available to us in our toolbox so that we don't have to walk away from any situation when it comes to termite or pest control. We can take care of the problem. And we always tell people to take care of it while it's small. So I have Tyson here because I want Tyson to just kind of explain things from his point of view on what it was like, Tyson, growing up with asthma. You still have asthma. You still have to carry an inhaler around with you all the time. So what's it like having asthma?
It's like having your chest in handcuffs. I mean, everywhere I go, I have to carry an inhaler. I have to consider it in the morning. Anytime I'm packing anywhere. Also, if I'm getting low, I have to be conscientious of everywhere I go. There's the different triggers, the physical exertion. So if I know I'm going to have fun, like snowboard, surf, dirt bike ride, I know I gotta have that inhaler on me. And if I'm going somewhere dusty, my allergies, that's another trigger. So if I know I'm going somewhere dusty, dirty, where I'm gonna be crawling through somebody's attic or something like that, I know I have to keep one in my work truck at least. So I always have to have that lifeline.
So how does it feel to work for a company that has other ways of doing it than just chemical treatments? How does it feel to be part of that?
Oh, it's great. We have termite treatments where you don't even have to use any sort of chemical with electricity and heat. Nobody else that offers that. So
that's awesome. And so that's the passion that drives Ecola and myself. And Tyson's been working with us for a really long time. He's an inspector and now managing and training and doing all those things to help others learn how they can do this and help many, many, many more people. So alternative treatments is something that a lot of companies might not offer, so therefore they're not going to talk about it. Or if they do talk about it, they might minimize or say that it doesn't work, or the heat's going to, what have you heard?
Melt or damage or start a fire, blow up your house.
All kinds of things.
All sorts of crazy.
Right. But when you know how to do something and you've gone through the school of hard knocks, you know how to not have any of those things. And some of those things are just ludicrous. They've never happened and they won't happen. And I love that we have the ability to offer the alternatives along with traditional methods, because sometimes we do need to go that direction. But if we don't have to, then we try not to. So Tyson, can you tell them what the alternative treatments are and explain a little bit about what they are?
Yes, we have the Ecola heat treatment, which you don't need any sort of chemical. It's a propane heater. We heat the core temperature of the wood to a degree for a certain amount of time, and that'll take care of the termites. We also have the electrogun, which is 100,000 volts of electricity. So used in the right manner, they can be very efficient, very effective.
And with pest control, we also offer EcoSmart products, which is using botanicals. And we also have borates, which is like table salt. It has a residual, they tell me, around 20 years of residual, and we can treat wood, bare wood with it. It's a residual and it's a proactive way of taking care of the problem. So I'm very excited about all of that, and we have this available, and we train our employees well so they know when and how and why, and we like to educate our customers so that they can make the right choice. And we feel that if people really understand our passion and why we do what we do, they're gonna be educated enough to make the right decision, and we're hoping that's Ecola. We like to be the first choice, but if we can't be the first choice, let us be your second opinion. Thank you so much for listening today. I hope you liked it, and if you did, hopefully you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much.